morning. This is George Tkaczuk with RCM Wealth Advisors reporting you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago. Okay, this morning what I'd like to do is talk about the equity markets, talk about where we are, and then some possible plays we have in this market. Okay, so right now the equity markets, they continue in this cautious uptrend. The reason I say cautious uptrend, we seem to be stuck in this level on the S&P between the 1600 and about the 1530 level, 1550 level. On the NASDAQ keeps trying to get above the 3300 level. Although we are above that this morning, we'll have to see if it can stay there, or the NASDAQ may come back to that 3200 level. However, we have seen a lot of improvements over last week. Some of the improvements have been starting on Tuesday as the volume started picking up. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the market acted constructively, moving higher on increased volume. Okay, also we had seen some divergence in terms of industry groups. We didn't really have any leadership, meaning leadership was being led by the consumer staples and utility sector, which is pretty much a defensive sector. However, what we have now pretty much near its highs, continue to move higher, is the financials, which is very important for the market going forward. We have the consumer discretionary sector, which was hanging in there, now also kicking up, moving forward. We have the home builders, which are correcting a little bit. Now last week, and some good data out of the leading home building stocks moved to the upside. Now we also have healthcare stocks that continue to do very well. That's a little bit of a growth and defensive sector, but that sector is led by the biotech industry groups. A lot of top performing stocks just basically screaming higher as they have been all year. Now one of the sectors we'd still like to see come in is the technology sector. And we might get a boost right there as we saw 3 waves of selling down to the downside. Perhaps it's bottomed. I don't know if it's going to scream higher, but it's very possible that it bottomed. If Apple just moves up a little bit, that's going to give a huge boost to the NASDAQ. Now we've also seen an improvement in semiconductor stocks. Now, some of our favorite stocks in that sector, one is ARM Holdings, which had a breakout last week at about the $45 level. That's something one can look into. That's a leading semiconductor stock. Another one, which I think is a favorite, is Cree Research. The symbol is CREE. Cree Research basically had some negative earnings growth in 2011 and 2012. It's a bit of a turnaround story. Over the last 3 quarters, earnings have accelerated. They've gone from 8% to about 28% to 70%. Sales came in at 20% increase last quarter. Now, their whole story is LED lighting. As the world tries to be more energy efficient and everything, they're coming out with LED light bulbs that are more pleasant to be in the surrounding lighting, better ambiance, and at a cheaper level. And Cree seems to be the leader in this field. Now, there's a mandate in North America, of course, to increase these energy efficient light bulbs to get us off incandescent light bulbs. Now, you may not agree with this, say, mantra or, from top down telling us what to do. However, let's see if we can make some money on this in the LED light bulbs and buy in with the leader. Now, Cree has increased at about 90% from September of October last year, and it may correct. It's trading right around that 55, 56 area. However, if it touches down to the $50, $51 area, that's right about where its 50-day moving averages, maybe a good place to pick up the stock. I mean, they're looking for earnings to go for 2013, 2014, an increase of about 38% year over year. That should offer some good steady growth. Right now, Cree thinks they have about 8% of the global market for LED lighting, and they really think they can just take over the whole world on this. So this may be a new industry right in its infancy. So you can accumulate the shares here or wait till if it touches down the $51, $50 area. But as always, let price and volume be your guide. And for full disclosure, I do own Cree Research. I probably will be adding shares to it today. So as always, have a good trading day. This is George Tkaczuk, RCM Wealth Advisors, reporting to you from the CME Group trading floor in Chicago.